Perhaps you're wondering if you need a menopause policy or not. In this video, I'm going to talk about menopause policy, menopause guidelines, the current legal obligations, and more. So if you have questions like, what is a menopause policy? Who is a menopause policy for? What's the point of a menopause policy? Is a menopause policy a legal requirement? Do you need a standalone menopause policy or not? And many more. So if you're interested in whether or not you need a menopause policy, this video is for you. So what is a menopause policy? It's a document someone within your organisation can pick up and easily get a clear understanding of what menopause is, the symptoms of menopause, and what support is available within your organisation. Now, a menopause policy can also include signposting to organisations where women and those affected by menopause and its symptoms can get additional information, guidance and support. Is it a legal requirement to have a menopause policy? Currently, there is no legal requirement to have a menopause policy or to protect employees experiencing menopause symptoms. It's also worth knowing there's no legal protection for businesses that experience undue impact because an employee's menopause symptoms are affecting their ability to work. However, there are two main strands of law that are relevant to menopause for the workplace. And they are the Equality Act 2010 UK, which protects against discrimination. There's also the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, which says an employer must ensure health, safety and welfare at work. Should your business have a separate menopause policy? Well, having a separate menopause policy can make it clearer for all. And of course, once you've created your menopause policy, you can cross-reference it to your other workplace policies too. So for example, you could include in your sickness absence policy any menopause-related absence is recorded separately from your other sickness absences. Now this can then avoid triggering any performance reviews when your colleagues' absences are menopause-related. So for some organisations, it may work better for them to have a standalone menopause policy. What are the benefits of having a menopause policy? We know that your colleagues are important to your business and your organisation. A menopause policy can highlight to them your awareness and understanding the issues menopause-related symptoms can bring. Having a menopause policy helps to raise that awareness, and it can be the beginning for more conversations about menopause and the introduction of training. What if you'd rather put guidelines in place rather than a menopause policy? Well, at the moment, there's no legal requirements for a menopause policy, so you may decide creating guidelines is the place to start for your business or your organisation. So put in place what will work best for you, your colleagues and your organisation, whether that's a policy or guidelines. So before you create your menopause policy or guidelines, you may want to start by introducing the topic of menopause to your place of work. You can provide training and then create your menopause policy or guidelines. Now the key thing is creating menopause awareness and starting the conversation in your workplace. So don't let focusing on creating your menopause policy or guidelines hold you back. Don't let it be an excuse to get the menopause conversation started. What can happen if you don't support those suffering from menopause-related symptoms? Well, you may be at risk of experiencing practical and legal risks. There have been cases of employees taking their employers to court and winning because of how employers treated them when they were suffering from menopause-related symptoms. So if you want to understand more about menopause and the law, check out my video, Menopause and the Law as an Employer, Where Do You Stand? I'll pop the link to it in the comments below. Is a menopause policy all you need to bring menopause awareness and changes to your workplace? It depends on your organisation. Your menopause policy may be a starting point to ongoing and regular conversations and training. Your menopause policy may be what you create after internal conversations about menopause. And a created menopause policy not shared or actioned isn't going to make changes in any workplace. So as I say, it all depends on your organisation and how seriously you take menopause awareness for your business or organisation. So if creating your menopause policy is for you and you want to find out what to include in it, then you can check out my video, Menopause Policy, What is it? Do you need one? And what can you include if you do? Let me help you have comfortable conversations about menopause without the worry of saying or doing the wrong thing. Remember to subscribe and click for notifications of my new videos and to click the like button too. If you found this video useful and helpful, please share it and tell others about it too.